didn't have information. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
corner and shook my. Now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
Say poodle, y'all think run this. Miss she, her black. Designer say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, the Tokyo, Honda drift.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're underway in Atlanta. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second and 3. That's complete. Here's Kirk. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Hawk 70.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Slot man in motion right. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He's going to throw this one. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. They'll cobble together a yard there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Falcons will take over. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Sideline throw is complete to Pearsall. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Huh.
From the 32. Forced out to his right. Oh, the football's loose. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
65, 65. Flag, flag. Alert, alert.
Back to the well again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th? Here's Ritter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ritter to throw. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the turnover into a lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That's incomplete left side.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go! Come 19! Come 19!
Back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
From the 41. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 45 on 2nd down. He fires one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down give to Robinson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. He'll throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They're going play action. He's on the move. Running in the red zone. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
On the set. Get up.
Robinson on the inside give. And the defense is all over this one for a big
At the
loss.
17-yard line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Looking to his fullback now. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now we're on with Robinson. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's fourth down.
No gain on the play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
They're on the 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second and 3 now.
Let's go now.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Ritter. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Ritter looking to throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stop made by C.J. Henderson.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go. 18 back.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Neighbors with the catch. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Giants looking to add to their advantage. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Has his man, it's Tracy. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Sideline throw complete to Cooper. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps out at the 3-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Go.
Into the hands of Neighbors. He has the New York touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. To throw it on 1st down. Pearsall there to grab it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
You missed it. The extra point's no good, so keep that difference at 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. He fields it from the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
A handoff to Tracy. Has a hole left, room to run. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Giants push the lead up to 12. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They are throwing it again. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Hits his running back. Just gets the 1st and more. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
19 Tiger. Go!
Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants parlay the interception into points. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants go up by 19. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. What a dive! I think he caught it! Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw now. He's trying another one deep. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the third. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird
Ooh.
in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a
know,
Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go left side with Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Here's Tracy once more. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Ritter looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
First down, Giants.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They go right back to Tracy. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
He'll look to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Set. Hook.
Setting up a throw. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And 6.
Throw on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Set go.
They're going play action. He puts some power on a deep one left. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Okay, break.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
60 Bison. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Ready.
Throwing it again here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
I love the thought there and the idea. Get your guy in space. But he can't make anything happen until he catches it cleanly first.
Let's go. Go.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
A loss of 2 yards.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Pretty easy to recognize the intensity on that 2-point try. Could have made it a 1-score game, but instead, still a 10-point deficit, Brock. They're going to need a couple more scores.
They sure will. Means more than likely a couple possessions, too, Kate. And we're to the point, if you look up at that scoreboard, there's not going to be many possessions left in this one.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. New set of downs for him at the 38. A give right side to Tracy. Cut back now to the sideline. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take a 3-possession lead.
Falcons 21. Daniel Carlson set to kickoff.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He throws a bullet to... They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down from the red zone. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Has his man, it's Tracy. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. This will be caught by Cooper. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
70 range, set, go!
They'll throw to begin this drive. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On the set.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll throw on first. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Pirate, shut up!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to stop the clock at will. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Banks.
Intercepted by the Giants. They'll take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready up!
Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Here we go, here we go!
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Giants on their way to their third win of the year. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. This is Tracy. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Coming left is Tracy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And just a week after being soundly defeated,